Hey guys, this is Deni as always. Sometimes it's hard to find a teammate to play with, especially when there are a bunch of you, and you sit around all day trying to find one game that everyone will like. So often, many people just screw up and go to play something in Solianovo. That's what we will look at today, because in front of you is a whole bunch of great single player games. Click on the like, click on subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's go. Do you miss adrenaline and dynamic gameplay? The perfect place to get it all? Good old Crossout. Tense battles, dozens of different vehicles, and hundreds of parts for their customization are waiting for you. You can make a powerful, bulletproof tank and destroy your enemies just by the look of it. Or make something smaller, but fast, and get in the back of unsuspecting enemies. In any case, Crossout is the best place to show everyone who is a real pro. Download the game at the link in the description. Let's start with Pinocchio, perhaps, because Lords of the Fallen new game disappointed many people, at least in technical terms, but Pinocchio came out right away on a more than cool level. You are a puppet created by Geppetto and entangled in a web of lies. You are awakened by the sound of a mysterious voice and led through the dilapidated city of Kratu, where madness and violence now reign. To uncover the vile secrets of the city's rich and confront the horror, you'll have to adapt both yourself and your weapons. You'll gradually Bloodborne style, developing a unique fighting style, combining different weapons, and using different abilities. Essentially, it's a reworking of the classic tale of Pinocchio turned to a dark format and tucked into the Bloodborne mechanics. It looks cool and quite challenging. Total War series continues to please with new games, although the local Pharaoh is closer to the average series, rather than something beautifully new. In my personal feeling, it's like a new assassin. Kind of new, but it seems to be the same as we have already seen, only in a different wrapper. But still there are some peculiarities. For example, you can face not only enemy armies, but also unpredictable weather conditions that affect the course of the battle. Battles can also be covered by fire that destroys the surrounding terrain. In addition, the game offers the opportunity to become a pharaoh or great king and expand your empire across Egypt. By choosing one of the 8 faction leaders, you can master their unique playstyle and command a variety of fighters. The diplomatic side is on the level too, so overall a great representative of the series. Have you ever done a renovation? Gradually, little by little, turn a literal void into something beautiful. In front of you is House Flipper. To begin with, it's worth saying that the second part is coming out in December, but while it's not out yet, let's continue to enjoy the first one and rebuild the guy's dwelling into beautiful apartments and houses. Grab a hammer, tear down walls, get rid of broken glass, garbage, and remnants of furniture to prepare the place for total renovation. And then, proceed to it. In short, a simulator of endless construction. How about another strategy game? In front of you is a cool Anno 1800. We will be transferred to the 19th century in the world of intertwined political intrigue and rapid development of technology. The main task is to build your own empire, spreading its influence from the cities of Europe to the jungles of South America. You are waiting for a city building simulator, sending expeditions, managing factories, and creating trade routes. There are a lot of new possibilities, including sending expeditions around the world and developing the territory of South America with black gold. In general, if you want a beautiful and thoughtful strategy, this is it. How about a little hunting? Well, not on sparrows of course, monsters. Monster Hunter Rise. Of course, you can go to Monster Hunter World, but this one is somehow newer and a little faster. At least there are means of transportation. We here also become hunters and fight with monsters, using different weapons. There are many different monsters in the game, each of which is unique and requires a certain approach to win. We can choose from 14 weapons and swing a little bit at a time. Defeating monsters, we will get materials to create and improve weapons and armor. By the way, you can also hunt not only in solo but also in co-op. This is in case your friends nerds still do not mind to go with you. Well, a stupidly cool game, just a little faster than Monster Hunter World. There are Vikings today too. Here we will be given the opportunity to manage the bearded settlement and its resources. It is necessary to perform various tasks, cutting trees, growing crops, hunting, and so on. It is important to then effectively distribute these resources so that the settlement could survive the harsh winters and develop from season to season. Each inhabitant of the settlement, by the way, has unique characteristics, so you need to take into account their skills and abilities when assigning tasks. Gradually, new residents will come to the settlement, which will have families and offspring, but the game is not particularly peaceful. There is also an opportunity to trade with neighbors to obtain gold and material goods. To achieve glory, you can raid other settlements, capturing their resources. So if some neighbor is annoying, you can smash his face. That's what real Vikings do. And if you want to know how to smash your face cosmically, then you should play X4 Foundations. Probably the best space game out there right now. The best single-player game, to be more precise. What you can do here? Well, it's actually easier to describe what you can't do here because you can do almost anything here. It's basically the most elaborate space simulator crossed with a sandbox. It's like Kenshi from the World of Space, where you can do anything you want and the world does its own thing too. Trade if you want, fight if you want. Become an explorer? That's easy. Maybe build your own ship or an entire station. You can do that. Or maybe wear an eye patch, cut off your leg, and become a pirate. Well, I'm not sure about the leg, but everything else is possible. In short, it's a masterpiece. If you haven't played it, you should try it. I think you can come back from space and go to something more familiar, RPG, and in the world of fantasy. Here we can play not only Skyrim. For example, here we have Tainted Grail. Naturally, you can create a character, pump it, and all this, but the main thing is that the game is based on the universe of Polish fiction writer Krzysztof Piskorski. There's a deep plot with a dark story including the mysteries of the Tainted Grail and the fall of Avalon. In addition to one-person combat, you can also bargain and craft something, and even make a stealthy archer, because if you can do that in the game, it will be the best option. Stealing is naturally present too. In general is not bad, and the graphics also tucked. The only shoal, everything is still in early access and is being finalized. Did you know that SUPERHOT is not just one game? This is, for example, the third installment called Mind Control Delete, and it presents new mysteries and plot twists. As always, we will enjoy the dance of destruction in slow motion, the longer the better. We'll shoot, chop, blast, and blast our way through challenging battles. The closer we get to the core, the stronger both us and the enemies. At the same time, as we go through the missions, we will collect the story bit by bit. It was shoved here at about the same level as it is in Dark Souls. Well, that is almost nothing, but it is there. Plus, Mind Control Delete offers even more options compared to previous games, including different playstyles, character development options, and ways to outwit and destroy enemies. Well, they polished it up nicely too. I honestly don't know much about SCP at all. I've only played a couple games and only for a few minutes because somehow it's not my thing, but a lot of people like it, especially since the games in this universe release really mountains. For example, here is SCP-5K, tactical first-person shooter with a semi-linear plot in which you play for the team opposing the SCP Foundation. It can be played both solo and co-op. We'll be here to uncover the truth about the entity that manipulates mankind throughout its history. Thanks to the detailed weapon customization, exciting combat, and grim apocalyptic setting, the game is not bad, and the visuals are, for some time, really nice. By the way, about visuals. Here in fighting games, it's always cool. Remember the same Mortal Kombat, or Injustice, or Undisputed, a really beautiful fight. And surprisingly, although it is boxing, playing includes footwork, a variety of strikes, and the ability to manage stamina with the adrenaline system. Plus, all see physics realistic, which is also a definite plus. There is here and the ability to use different styles and levels of difficulty, so that each player can enjoy the game regardless of skill. Well, about the graphics, I have already said, there is even realistic damage and special comments from commentators when someone gets hit in the face. In short, it's fun. Let's pretend to be anime fans, if I may put it this way. At the release of the game, it cost just Cosmos, and now until October 19th you can get it with 80% discount, which is nice. The distant future. A psionic hormone has been discovered in the human brain, giving people psychic abilities and completely changing the world we are used to. But along with it came some harmful nasties. They are incredibly resistant to conventional weapons, and to cope with the threat and save humanity, the world needed fighters of a whole new level. Psionics with psychic abilities. It is for such a person you will play. You are waiting for pumping, beautiful graphics, and fights based on telekinesis. Well, there you lift objects and throw them at the natives to break something from them. In general, the thing is cool. And here it is 2021, a slightly alternative year. A global ecological catastrophe has brought mankind to the brink of extinction. Only a few managed to hide in underground bunkers, the last bastions of humanity. After 150 years, people are returning to the top under your leadership, and now amidst radiation and toxic rains, in an unfriendly climate, you will have to prove your worthiness as a leader. You can build a settlement of 70 different buildings and take care of the men, women, and children entrusted to you. You can collect resources, process them, and manage the economy with an efficient network of streets and warehouses. Along the way, you'll be pounded by bad weather and radiation trying to blow your settlement to hell. Whether you succeed or not depends entirely on you. Well, that's kind of the end of it for today. I hope you found something cool for yourself today, and therefore clicked on the like and subscribe too. Well, with you was as always Deni, and have a nice day.